Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit right now with Maile Flanagan. She is going to be in Sioux Falls for Voices Against Cancer. Maile, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
We are so excited to have you here. This is an amazing event. Thank you for being a part of Voices Against Cancer. I think it's going to be just a really, really cool thing.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's going to be bigger than I thought, which is exciting for me, you know.
It's going to be a ton of fun. It's coming up Saturday, July 9th, but let's talk about what they're going to have when they get there. There's a bunch of voice talents like Maile, and you're going to get a chance to chat with you. You do shows like this quite often, so for people who haven't been to something like this, what can they expect at an event like Voices Against Cancer?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but it seems to me, from what I know, it's going to be run like a traditional, like, Comic-Con kind of thing, which is like people come in and they get to circulate and they meet and talk to the voice actors. They can get signed autographs, and then we have panels, which are basically like kind of Q&A, some stuff like that. I don't know all the nitty-gritty details, but I know that I'll be there and representing Naruto, which is a very big anime cartoon right now. And I play the title character, so I'll be there signing autographs and doing some panels, which are question and answer panels, so it'll be fun.
You've been the voice of a bunch of different characters, and also, not just the voice, there are several movies that you're in where it's you in the movie as well. Do you prefer doing voice acting over being like an actress in a movie? Is there a preference, one over the other?
You know, it's funny. People ask me that all the time. A lot of voice actors are just voice actors. I mean, not just voice actors, but their careers, you know, pinned that way. I consider myself like 50-50. Like, I'm like 50% on camera and 50% voice. So, which is a little bit unique sometimes. But I don't prefer either one. I will say, like, definitely one, you have to get up a lot earlier if you're on camera, and you have to get on makeup, and then you wait around a lot. Whereas with voiceover, you jump right in, you work right away. There's barely any wait time, and you also get to, I think, collaborate a little bit more on your character. Maybe a little, not so much, but sometimes a little improvisation. Which, you know, the bigger the films go and the bigger the TV stuff goes, there isn't a lot of that going on for people. So unless you're the star, you know, then you can do kind of whatever you want. So I don't prefer either one, but there are advantages to both.
A lot less hair and makeup when it comes to doing just the voice work, right?
That's right. People say you can show up in your pajamas, but I'll tell you that, like, every time I've showed up kind of sloppy, which is hardly ever, like, someone important is in the studio.
It's like, oh, hey, I'm in my PJs, and now Johnny Depp showed up today. Way to go.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you an example. Dennis Hopper once was there. And I had come from doing a walk with my friend for like an hour. So I was in sweats and kind of sweaty. And I'm like, it's Dennis Hopper, you know, like I just loved his accent and stuff like that. So you definitely, well, not in COVID times, but you used to run into people like that constantly. So. And
in some of the movies, like big Oscar-winning film like Rango that you were in doing voice work, and Ice Age 3 doing voice work, but the on-camera roles, Shameless, which is such a fun show. Isn't that a fun show?
I would say it's fun. I'd say it's
well, it's a bit disturbing, but it's you know, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's great. It's you gravitate toward it. For me, I did over 2 seasons, 6 episodes. My on-camera career is, you know, pretty healthy, and it was intense. I mean, first of all, you're on camera. You kind of walk in as a guest star. You got to know your lines. My first day, I got called in at 4:45 a.m. Very little makeup on that show. I had my first episode, pretty much all the lines that Emmy Rossum's character was saying, yeah, okay, oh, great, yeah, okay. It's what we call a walk and talk, which means you have to walk and say something, hit the mark, and then move and walk and say the next thing. So a little bit hard.
Well, and some of the other projects, Modern Family, which I know a lot of folks love that, and Evan Almighty, what a fun movie. So some on-camera, and then like we talked about, a lot of voice work. And when you're in Sioux Falls and people will be here, they'll get a chance to kind of chat with you about whichever project is their favorite, won't they?
Oh, yeah, of course. And I have a new film out that's called My Babysitter, the Superhero. And, you know, we did it for 3 years for a very low budget, $64,000. And I'm in it. I'm the babysitter and the superhero. There's so much special effects. And it's a great kids movie, very G-rated. And that's out now. It just came out, so it's kind of fun. Yeah. We can talk about Jakers, The Adventures of Piggly, which I won an Emmy for, and I did it for 5 years as a title character. I'm on Harriet the Spy right now on Apple Plus, I think, and a couple new shows coming up. So, yeah.
So many fun things. And again, I appreciate the fact that you're coming to Sioux Falls to share a day with us. It's coming up just really quickly here. Even though it sounds like July is a long ways away, that's like a couple weeks away. So it's Saturday, July 9th. It's only a few weeks away now. And again, Maile, thank you for your time today. We do appreciate it a bunch.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to meet you. You know, I have community in Sioux Falls. One of my best friends, Melissa Denton, is from there, and the Denton family, her father, Claire Denton, was the head of the theater department at SDSU. Nice. And Margaret Denton is a friend of mine, and I'll see them while I'm there. Margaret and Melissa, of course. And so I've been to Sioux Falls before. It's not my first rodeo there, so
nice.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're excited to have you back. Maile, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Again, Maile Flanagan, one of the many actors and actresses who will be joining us in Sioux Falls for Voices Against Cancer. It's coming up before you know it here, Saturday, July 9th, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. at the Washington Pavilion. Get all of the information at voicesagainstcancer.org.